bones, stones, and beads. When did prehistoric people learn to think? Blombos Cave has a spectacular location. It is on a cliff overlooking the Indian Ocean at the southern tip of Africa. But for archaeologists Christopher Henshelwood and Cedric Paul, the real excitement lay not in the view, but within the cave itself. Since 1993, they have found thousands of artifacts, including 28 specialized bone tools that have changed our understanding of human development. Archaeologists Christopher Henshelwood and Cedric Paul searched for further evidence of early humans at the excavation in Blombos Cave, South Africa. Early humans, 4 million years to 160,000 years BC. Why the excitement? Because crafted bone tools were a major advance for early humans. The widely accepted theory suggested that people did not make such tools until about 45,000 years ago, when they began to leave Africa for other lands, but the tools and other artifacts in Blombos Cave were about 100,000 years old, more than twice as old as most other bone tools found in Africa. Bone tools were being shaped much earlier than scientists had thought. Scientists see tool making as a sign of the development of hominids' ability to think. The term hominids refers to modern humans, their ancestors, and other creatures that walked upright on 2 feet. Tool making requires the ability to think of ways to use materials for practical purposes. The tool in Blombos Cave suggests that the human ability for complex thought developed sooner than anyone had previously believed. Secrets of the Gorge. Everything we know about human origins comes from discoveries in Africa. During the past 60 years, people have found the fossilized bones of various hominids. Some of them date back more than 4 million years. Key information has come from Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania, East Africa. Exploration began there by accident. In 1911, a professor named Wilhelm Catwinkle stumbled into the gorge while he was chasing a rare butterfly. Before climbing back out, he picked up some fossils to take home. The fossilized bones turned out to come from extinct animals. The discovery attracted scientists to the remote gorge over the next decades to hunt for more fossils. They included the anthropologist Louis Leakey and his archaeologist wife, Mary. In July 1959, Mary Leakey found several small pieces of a skull. It was a species of hominid that had never been seen before. It was 1.75 million years old. This important find showed that hominids lived in Africa much earlier than previously known. Soon afterward, the Leakeys found the remains of another hominid. It had a larger brain and narrower face than other skulls found in Africa. The Leakeys guessed that this hominid had made the tools that they found nearby. They named it Homo habilis, handyman. Homo habilis may be the earliest type of modern human. This hominid lived 2.0 to 1.8 million years ago. Human origins. Africa continued to reveal secrets about early humans. In the 1970s in Hadar, Ethiopia, Donald Johanson found nearly half of an adult female skeleton he named Lucy. She was about 3.2 million years old and stood just 4 feet 1.2 meters tall. Lucy was an example of an Australopithecine, an extinct hominid. The bones of her hip, pelvis, ankle, and feet showed that she walked on 2 legs rather than 4. But no one knows if Lucy was one of our ancient grandmothers. A nearly complete skeleton of a young Homo erectus upright man. In 1959, archaeologists Mary Leakey found this 1.75 million year old skull in Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania. Some of the bone artifacts found in Blombos Cave, South Africa. Olduvai Gorge in northern Tanzania is rich in the fossil remains and tools of human ancestors. Was found in Kenya in 1984. Again, he might be a human ancestor. The bones were 1.6 million years old. Other fossilized bones found in Africa show changes over time in the size of early hominids' bones, teeth, and brain. A great debate. The discoveries in Africa have sparked intense debates among scientists trying to discover the identity of our ancestors. Did humans evolve in one place, or did they develop in separate regions or even on separate continents? Further finds may provide more pieces of the puzzle. The evidence we have now suggests that Africa was the origin of several types of hominids, including Australopithecines, Homo erectus, and Homo habilis. About 160,000 years ago, a new species emerged, Homo sapiens, or thinking man. These were automatically modern humans, living with tools. Archaeologists are as interested in how hominids behaved as in how they developed from earlier creatures. They study tools, ornaments, and other objects. Things made from wood or plant fibers are rare, but other objects made from stones and bones can still tell their stories. In 1925, Raymond Dott was exploring some caves in South Africa. He found animal bones that seemed to be shaped like knives, daggers, and scooping objects. There were so many bones of similar shapes that Dott concluded they were tools. Each had been made for a definite purpose. Dott's idea was not accepted until more scientists found evidence of tool making. At Olduvai Gorge, the Leakeys and others found many shaped stones. They deduced that early hominids had made the tools by using a hard stone as a hammer to chip off some fine-grained rock such as basalt that flakes easily. Using different shaped stones, hominids could cut up dead animals, break bones, or scrape animal hides for clothing. Stone tools are often found near animal bones. At Olduvai Gorge, flake stones lay near the bones of a hippopotamus, a feast for a group of hominids nearly 2 million years ago. By the time people lived in Blombos Cave, they were making more intricate tools. The people who lived there knew how to chip, scrape, and polish bone to produce special tools for various jobs. Double-faced tools with sharp points were used as spear tips for hunting. Awls were used to pierce hides to make holes so they could be sewn to make clothing. Other tools may have been used for fishing, since fish bones were found in the cave. Arts and crafts. Some items found in Blombos Cave caused great debate, such as large amounts of ochre, a reddish iron oxide. This material can be mixed with animal fats to make paint. Did the inhabitants use ochre to paint their bodies? The cave also held 41 shells pierced with holes. They are believed to be 75,000 years old. Would they use as beads for a necklace? Scientists see using body paint and making and wearing jewelry as a sign of a great step forward in the development of the human brain. Is it possible that these early people had the brain and self-awareness to think like modern humans? As more beads are found and dated, experts might learn when this kind of behavior began in Africa and in the rest of the world. The hip and pelvic bones of Lucy, the most famous hominid fossil. Her 3.2 million year old remains were discovered in Hadar, Ethiopia in 1974. A skull found at Kabwe, Zambia in 1921, one of the first human fossils discovered. Its age is uncertain, but it may be 400,000 years old. What were they thinking? Archaeologist Nicholas Toff of India University has spent decades studying ancient tools. He tried a remarkable experiment to learn about how early tool makers thought. He used a medical technique called positron emission tomography to take images of his brain while he was copying ancient tools. Toff had radioactive isotopes injected into his brain that would respond to brain activity. As Toff struck flakes from stones, the parts of his brain that were being stimulated showed up on a PET screen. They were the same parts of the brain that have grown most in size over the past 2.5 million years. Tool making and the development of human thought are clearly closely linked. This fine hand axe was found in South Africa and it is around 600,000 years old. It was probably made by Homo erectus.